welcome back. Now, in this stage of the system development lifecycle, we're going to be looking at the development stage. Now, this is the stage where whatever is being built is being built, and to make sure that things go smoothly and to time, there are some things that are part of the development stage. The first one is scheduling. Now, we've talked a lot about scheduling, and the same applies here. Gantt charts are used, subtasks are created, and so what needs to be built when and who's doing what and what resources are needed. And milestones are required, so the idea of being able to finish certain parts of a project before the whole project is completed. Now, you can use Gantt charts, you can use scheduling in all of the stages of the system development lifecycle, but it is best fit during the development stage where those project manager's skills come to the fore. But you can use all of those skills in all of the stages. It's just that in the development stage, it is predominantly used. Now, it's also a time during the development stage where we are converting some of these diagrams, some of this pseudocode into what we want it to be. So the data flow diagram, from that design, we can create a working system. Pseudocode, which is sort of like a structured English where it's simple words which we can plan how we want to do a program. That pseudocode can be turned into an actual working program using certain programming language like Visual Basic or Xcode. Once we've gone and built it, another major part of the development phase is testing, because we don't want to move on any further until we know that what we have built actually works and works properly. So we have a couple here. We have unit testing. Now, unit testing is where you will test each and every individual component. So within the car, you'd be looking at all the different parts of the engine and you'd be testing them. If you are doing a computer program, large computer programs are often broken up into bits, and these bits are called modules. And those individual modules would be tested if you're doing unit testing. System testing is when you put the whole thing together. Does it all work? So when you look at some of these car shows on TV, they've gone and done the whole car and they go and take it out onto some form of runway and burn rubber just to make sure it all works. So system testing does the whole test. There are other tests that are used to make sure that the whole thing works and works as it should. Volume testing is when a large amount of data is put into the system. So essentially, the system is put under stress. Often that type of volume testing is using real life data, because you really do want to make sure that this type of testing, which is very good testing, is going to be essential to ensure that the whole thing is working correctly. Acceptance testing are tests in which the buyer, the user, the client wants to be done. So maybe there are specific tests in specific situations which the client wants the system to be tested on. That would be acceptance testing. Alpha testing is when the product, the computer program, is at a very early phase. So alpha testing is all the way back at the beginning. Beta testing is going to be when the system is completed, when it is stable, and you're going through another run of tests. So the development stage is essentially building and testing of the product. And once all that is good, then it's ready to be given out to the customer, which we'll look at in a minute. So that is development stage. Thank you.